Hey guys, Dave from Dave's Glory Shopworks here, and on this episode we are going to start sanding on Aiden's truck. This old 1980 Scottsdale C20 has had years of use, abuse, misuse, whatever, and we're going to try and make a semi-straight truck out of it. So I'm going to start on the hood. I'm going to hit it with some 400 grit and a block sander to see where we're sitting for how many dents and dings we have to repair. We got to find out, so here goes. And there's our first go right there. You can see our edge where we stopped. There was a dent, and that changed our curve. We got a high spot right there. Anywhere where you see the black showing through is kind of a high spot, and that's because right here is just a slight low spot. Now that was probably factory. This, however, could be factory, could be a dent. Yeah, there's a dent right here, so that's displaced the metal down here. Another dent, low spots, low spot, low spot, possibly a dent. Over here, I'm gonna say this is a transition area because of how low this lip is. So this is gonna change, so I'm not worried about that. This up here I haven't touched yet because I can't do it with my block sander properly. Right here is a low spot, but you're going to get, that's probably factory. You're gonna get that with when you're sanding, when you have the hood hinge areas close by. So that's this area with first pass with the block sander. Now I'm going to sand it with a soft sander, and we'll see what it looks like. So, the soft sander allows us to go past the area. Now you might wonder why I would want to go past an area that was low with the soft sander. It's to blend it. I don't need to bodywork this area, save for this little bit right here is scratching. There's a nice long scratch that runs right up here, and it's deep enough. It's almost down to the metal. But the soft sander doesn't hide all the issues either. Here we are. We are definitely still have our deviation around here. We've definitely got something going on right there, and another scratch. This area again needs more work as well. That's still high. This is still low, low, low. Again, you can still see it's still coming up with the low spots and the high spots. But now the soft sander allows us to curve in. It allows us to flex with the metal without changing the shape of the metal. We have a couple, they appear to be old stone chips. See if I can bring you in on that a little bit. I think my lighting is off a little bit, but there we are. That little guy right there, and that little guy right there. So what I'll have to do now is I'm going to sand this down with some coarser stuff, just scratch it up. Same thing. Anywhere as I see these stone chips, there's another one right here, another one right here. Anyway, they're all over, and I'm gonna sand this down a little bit as well, this scratch, because I want to make sure there's no rust going to come through. There was some rust here, and it has to be treated if there is any left over when I'm done sanding. But I don't need to go past the black primer. That's kind of my stopping point. I'll fix these up and have them ready for a spot putty or a glazing filler, like body icing or something soft and simple. And that's it. This area is not going to be too bad. I don't know how these low spots, like I can feel that guy. I'm not just necessarily going to fill them, but we might put a high build primer on, a couple coats of that, and then sand it down and see where it's at. We're just trying to correct the surface. We're not remaking the wheel on this. So I'm going to continue on the rest of the hood, and we'll check back with you in a little bit. So, I have completely block sanded the entire hood with 400 grit. Front edge as well. This is rust through. I'm going to have to cut it out and weld a piece in. Same, starting about right here. It's only through right there, but I can feel it bubbling right about here. So I'm going to cut a piece from approximately here over to about here. So that's quite a lengthy piece, and try to get it in without actually messing anything up is going to be interesting, because, you know, warpage happens. So if you look, this hood looks like a stretch of bad road. All those slightly browner spots, lighter brown spots, are all low spots. And you take a look at this shiny spot here, and then this black circle, and this almost shiny spot, and then this shiny spot, and this black circle. You wonder, what was that stuff? What in the heck could that have been? Well, what these spots are, and if I kept sanding right down, there's more actually that I've been coming across. They are where the hood is spot welded to the brace. The under hood brace. Not a big deal. These were left like this at the factory. These trucks were not straight when they were brand new. None of them were. I mean, they just weren't. The factory vehicles were pumped out by the thousands, and there was deviations in the paint jobs. Hence the reason for orange peel and other little cosmetic features that will tell your eyeball it's straight versus the actual feel of it. You go block sand a brand new truck, you don't want to, because it's going to look like a stretch of bad road. But overall, I gotta say, I'm pretty happy with the hood. I sanded up to here. Now we've got to go back into these cowl vents, sand each one of them around. Nothing crazy though. We just need to rough it up with the 400 grit, maybe even some red Scotch brake pads, just to get the surface so primer and paint will adhere. Same thing with the edges, and we're only going inside the inner edge a little bit. We're not repainting the underside of the hood because it's probably going to be the same factory color. There'll be a slight change, of course, in tint of the color, because you almost can never get it matched perfectly without being an expert paint mixer, and I am not, so I'm not going to try. The dents, I'm going to see if I can bore with dent puller. Some of these I can actually get at from the underside. They'll be pretty easy, but some of them are behind the bracing. So I'm not going to try to muck around with it too much. I will get them raised. Now all these little spot weld areas you can see coming through, I may not do anything with them. They may actually stay the way they are. You put a couple layers of high build primer on that and block it out, you'll never see it, ever. But that's where we're at with using a block sander and a soft sander. Have something to dust it off really well. And I probably used 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 sheets of sandpaper of either 6-inch or 12-inch length, or 10-inch length. You can go through it pretty quick, but good sandpaper. Don't be afraid to change it out fast, and you'll make this happen really well. Alright guys, that's all I got for you today. We will catch you on the next one, where you see us progressing through the rest of the body. Thanks very much.